go, Jim. He's dead.
Hello, and welcome to Improv Autopsy. I'm your host, Stephen Cadwell. Welcome to part 3 of my interview with Shaun Landry and Hans Summers. It looks like this is going to be the last Improv Autopsy of 2025 as well. I'm going to take a break for what's left of December and at least part of January, if not the whole thing. I've got one interview in the can we need to finish, and that will start us off strong in 2026, even though the interview was 2025, and then we'll see what happens. I've still got some emails I can send, but if you know of anyone I should interview, would like to be interviewed, or if you'd like to talk to me, reach out at improvbrain@gmail.com and let me know. Or contact me through my website, improvbrain.com, or via Patreon. All of this will be in the show notes as well. Hope this past year of improv stories has been worth your listen. I know it has been mine, and it's not over, as you're about to hear part 3 of Shaun Landry and Hans Summers' Improv Autopsy.
Okay, back to the questions.
Yes.
I think Hans answered this earlier when he was saying he's the same on stage or off, but Shaun, do you have an on-stage persona? Is on-stage you different than everyday you?
I'm myself times 1,000 in a clown mirror.
No, you're the same. You're the same.
I know, seriously. When I'm hosting, I'm me. I'm me. And then when we get into scenes, I'm something else. I'm doing a character. I don't know if I'm doing a mother, or let me tell you, oh my God, this one is always my favorite one. Just like I'm totally talking like this all the time, totally annoying you. I'm always when I'm hosting. Or Darling, I'm doing this one. This is my favorite character in the universe, Darling. Yes.
Yeah, but you basically are yourself.
But when I'm hosting, I'm me. This is what you get. It might be a little heightened in presentation because that's what stage actors do. I heighten it. My voice becomes a stage actor voice. I'm very commanding, to get my point across, which is for all purposes me. But the thing is, it's just a heightened version just for stage presence. That's all. You don't want to just come in as yourself. You come in as an expanded version of yourself as an actor. That's what actors do.
Yeah.
So, when you see Tom Hanks in a talk show situation, or you see him, in any kind of situation that is not acting, he's a little bit him. One of my favorite moments Tom Hanks did was in the Simpsons movie, where he's just a voiceover, where he goes, "If you see me on the street, please leave me be." That's a heightened version of Tom Hanks. But he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Please leave that man be. He has a life, a wonderful fucking life. Leave that rich man alone. Leave that rich man, director, producer, the fuck alone. Where if I say something, I'll say something very snarky on stage, which is if somebody says something fucked up out there, I'll go, well, that's really fucked up. Okay, let's do that then. And then that's basically my heightened version of myself. I'm like, I will literally tell you the truth, or at least my truth, and that's me. But it's just in a heightened comedic stage. I can always get a laugh by telling someone that they're an asshole. Because that's the heightened version of me. Is she serious? I never worry about getting my ass whooped off stage because everyone thinks I'm so hilarious and funny and awesome, and I am. But sometimes I can get away with saying the meanest shit. And then the only thing I need to do is smile. That's all I need to do. And it's like, oh, she's so cute. She's only kidding. No, I'm not. No,
that's the truth.
No, you really are a douchebag. I'm surprised you're standing upright. I'm surprised you're not in, genetic, the monkey.
The evolution. You're about midway through.
You're midway through evolutionary. You're adorable. I can't wait to see you again when you might be halfway standing up. I can get away with so much stuff, but it's with that wink and nod. So it's me heightened. It's a wink and a nod and a smile.
What inspires you on stage?
What inspires you, Hans? You go first.
What inspires me on
Yeah.
stage? I would think I feel the most comfortable on stage. So it's just being on stage.
Yeah. He actually is more comfortable on stage than doing this. What inspires me is that moment when everybody's in sync. Everyone's in sync. When everything just seems to be right. When the lights are right. When the music is right. When the sound cues are balling. When everybody is just on fire. And I might be in the back line. I don't like the back line. Basically, usually we pull off to the side so the stage is clean,
Oh, yeah,
so you don't
always
have a
enter
back
from the stage
line.
right side, yeah.
But when I'm standing in the wings watching two people and it's just clicking, and I'd go, that's the ticket. That's not me. These are two other people. Two people that inspire me the most are out of Honolulu, and that's our Kevin Garcia Doyle and Sean O'Malley, and they do Oil in the Alley is an amalgamation of their name, and they're the ones who do rock and roll improv, and they're also part of On the Spot. Our Kevin Garcia Doyle inspires me constantly. He started the Honolulu Shakespeare Festival. He started that. He did that. Watching Oil in the Alley, because they don't really get suggestions. They kind of also mess with the audience, and then they sing, and then they sing off of a track. Actually, they used to have a full ass 4-piece band, but yeah, watching our improvise sing like a rock and roller, he gobsmacked. He's just that's inspiration. Just watching other talented improvisers. I was lucky enough to go back. I went back actually to Seattle. My family lives in Seattle, and I did Seattle theater sports, and I stayed with my sister, and I was also in town for Oil in the Alley, and literally stayed up the alley from the gum wall of Seattle Theater Sports. And they were like, "Hey, you want to play?" And I played with Elizabeth Wasserman. We just did a 2-person. We messed around. It was so much fun. She inspires me. And then I saw Oil in the Alley, and then we did an improv set. You know how hard it is to improvise with someone who inspires you? I got on stage with R. Both of us are big baseball freaks. And it was last year when literally the Sox were like last place, like the worst team ever in Major League Baseball. And I literally told him, I'm like, the suggestion was rent or paying your bills. And I came out as his wife and I said, baby, we're getting all these letters saying that we haven't paid our rent or our mortgage. What's going on here? Are you paying? Nope, no, I'm not. And I'm like, well, where the hell is our money? He goes, I've been investing. And I'm like, what the hell are you investing? He goes, I'm investing in sports. I'm like, really? And not paying our rent? He goes, I'm investing in the Chicago White Sox. And it was the biggest gift in the world. I'm like, they're the worst team in MLB. I'm like, what do you think? And then I just went on and he went on. He goes, no, but I see them picking up. I'm like, you can't pick up, the season is over. It's just me. It was, on say, I'm like, this is, and then finally I just grabbed I just gently put my hands on his knees. I looked at him and I smiled and I said, baby, I want a divorce. Baby doll, this is not gonna, if I'm like, you need to just be part of the franchise, and I need to live in a place that's not going to evict me. It was a lovely, and people applauded after that scene. I'm just like, well played, very smart, old people. Very smart talking about mortgages and the Chicago White Sox. But he inspires me. It's people like him and O'Malley and Wasserman and Jill Bernard, in her own special way, who really, people who are on the producing side of it that inspire me. Tony Ryledge from Dramatic Improv Festival inspires me. People who just, they do it. The people who do it. When I'm on stage, and I'm watching them either on stage performing, or I get off stage and I see them wrangling kitties, as Paul Killam wrangling the kitties. That's inspiration. It makes me want to keep doing what I'm doing.
Is there anything that would shut you down or takes you out of it on stage?
Hans, what takes you out of
Why
it?
do you always point to? You go first.
You go first,
You go first.
because I'll talk forever, and but I want you to get.
Shuts me down on stage. Shortness of breath.
Oh,
Palpitations. If I
oh my God! Come on.
No, not really.
Yeah, answers like this shuts me down.
Nothing shuts me down on stage.
Yeah, he's infallible.
If the other person is not going
He's
anywhere,
inhuman.
yeah. If the other person's not going anywhere, I'll just take over.
The thing that takes me out of it is when somebody decides that they want to make my race about my character without it being part of anything at all. The things I've heard. I was called a spear chucker on stage. That took me out of it.
Making you the maid.
Huh?
Making you the maid.
Making me maids and scenes. Making me, wanting to go and sing Old Man River.
So I'll stop asking you to do that on stage.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. I've been waiting to hear that. Finally, you heard that. You heard that. This podcast has officially heard it.
Can you dance a number for me?
Yeah. Can I kill you straight away?
Yeah.
Only thing I know is that will take me out of the scene. That'll take me out of anything that I'm doing. And it's purposeful and it's mean when it happens. It's that whole move of how can we get a rise out of this person? It's not about what you're doing. It's now become meta and super meta. When you are calling me the N-word on stage, or a porch monkey, or a spear chucker, or any of the other variations of African American, that's horrible. This is not about the scene. We were just having a lovely conversation at a restaurant. And now I'm the N-word? No, you're just trying to get a rise out of me right now. And that makes me angry. And here's the thing, when I get pulled out like that, I can still keep that scene going and just call the living shit out of them at the same time. I'm like, we were just having a great goddamn drink and now you're calling me a nigger? Oh, wait, really? Really? It's taking my nails off, taking my earrings off. It's like, you want to throw down in this restaurant? Throw the table over. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this. And the waiter comes out. Would you like anything else? Yeah, another fucking person to talk to.
I've never even thought about using that terminology on stage.
Yeah, no one with any common sense. You can be a racist.
Yeah,
without never having to use that terminology.
I can play a racist, and even if I use something that's derogatory, it's never toward the other actor.
When you're old enough and you've lived through life, and you hear someone goes, "Oh, she's in town. The property rates are going to go down." You know they're racist. Oh, the property rates are going down. She just moved in, or that really nice, smiley, nice liberal thing. Oh, I hope you're okay. Did you come from a bad neighborhood? That's so wannabe racist. I love those characters. That will never take me out because I'll play up to that. I love when it's smart racism, when because we're showing life. But the moment you come out and you're just trying to get a rise out of me as a person, you've done it. Congratulations, you did it. You're taking me out of the game, but now we're about to change the game. Oh, you want to go there, bitch? You want to go there? Here we go. Here we go. Now it's about us. Falled accidentally in character. And I'm still going to have people applaud us at the end. And at the end, I'm going to walk off stage and go, what the fuck's your problem? And more specifically, what the fuck's your problem with me? What have I done to you to do this? This is now real life. I am behind stage. What the fuck's your problem?
Yeah. Sort of the opposite of that person then. What would you say makes a good scene partner?
One who listens.
What?
I said one who listens.
Okay, yeah, listens.
Yeah, one who listens. That's all I need.
Comprehends?
Yeah, generally the
Sometimes comprehends.
basic English language. Some German I understand. But no, a partner who listens. A partner who reacts and responds to you. $500. A person who reacts. I brought that back. Someone who reacts and responds to you. Someone who makes it feel like it's just another day of these two characters doing something. Not the struggle. Not the struggle to try to be super duper funny or get your fucking line out. Just it's just flowing. We're jazzing, we're riffing. Improv is like jazz. It's jazz speak.
Or lets you go on a jag.
Or let you go on a jag. Hans is the king of letting me, because I'm hilarious when I'm angry. I am funnier when I have a rant. I am the queen of the rant. Hans will let me rant all day long. All day.
And then I know my job is to listen to a rant and come up with a topper.
Yeah, come up with something. You know, that whole, yeah, in scenes, when I go on a rant, he'll come up with something wonderful. He'll be, and that's when I'm like, we cut ourselves. Bop, ba do da do da da. But that's the thing that I have also, some people go, you don't have to be that connected. Here's the thing. Hans is the best improv scene partner I'll ever have. You know why, sir?
Because you share life together.
I'm mentally ill.
Because, yeah. So, because we share life together. Some people have called us Elaine May and Mike Nichols. That's too much. Because they were amazing. And not like we're not. But I don't want to say marry your improv partner. But for us, or at least for me, yeah, the best thing I could have ever done was marry him Valentine's Day of 1991. He's the best improv partner I'll probably ever have. And the best life partner I'll possibly ever have.
So when I'm dead, you can just animate me.
When you're dead, I'm taking your fucking severance and everything you earned at Kaiser. I'm gonna be living off the hog, man. I'm gonna have this apartment to myself. I'm gonna be inviting 20-year-olds and having sex with them like Sherna. I'm all over this shit. I'm horrible. So, but yeah, he is the best partner I will ever have, and that's just luck. But if I was not married to Hans, a scene partner or an ensemble that listens to each other, and really responds to what's going on, no matter if you're on the moon, or on the head of a pin, wherever that scene is. Not something fluff, but something interesting. Something interesting for the both of you, and something interesting for the people who are watching it. So, and that's how I feel about that.
Do you have any advice that you'd give to your younger self?
Don't get married young. No, advice to my older self: roll it off your back, Landry. Roll it off your back. Improvisers can be racist. Roll it off your back. Let them go. Keep moving. Keep moving. Oh, by the way, learn everything and put it on stage. Learn everything and put it on stage. Have fun doing it. Oh, there's a great moment if I say now that I wish I said as a kid to other is like, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you. I wish I could have said that to me at 19. Like, fuck that guy, fuck John Bergman, no, that's cool. Keep moving. I wish I could have done that. Yeah, also don't date your artistic director. Especially if he's 20 years older than you are, because he's 9 out of 10 younger. Oh, Shaun, listen to what your mom just said. Okay, gotta go, bye. What would you say to your younger self, Hans?
Don't move to California.
Oh, I like California. You know what got us this condo? all that Kaiser Permanente California
Being
money.
overpaid in California.
Being overpaid in California, leave it alone. She's that we did. You did well at Kaiser for your. He retired, got an amazing pension. He's still getting paid to this very moment. He's getting severance until next year.
But I helped phase out my own job.
He helped phase out his own job.
So because they phased my job out, they also give me a severance.
So don't see. That's the thing in improv. This question is an if I woulda, coulda, shoulda. I wish I could have. I could have. I would have. We lead the path that led us here. We're here now. We went to California. We did that for 25 years. I did movies. You had a great fucking job. We did shows. We started a theater. It was good. Our life is good. It did not turn into a Jim Morrison song. This is the strangest life we've ever known. It's a Jimmy Stewart movie for improv. It's a wonderful fucking life. And we did great things in California. We did great things in Chicago. And we did great things in Seattle and all the places we moved with our cat Tut. We didn't have kids, not for lack of trying. But you know what? This is a great fucking life. And to be honest with you, as my younger self, I looked at Hans when I auditioned for him. And literally, he was wearing a V for Vendetta t shirt, and the sleeves were cut off, because so 80s. And his hair was all spiked up and blonde, so 80s. He had the black wristbands and the black 80s. And I looked at him, and his name is Hans. I went, oh, great, he's an Illinois Nazi, right? I could have left, but if it was me, I'd turn around and go, girl, don't be a dumbass. He's not a Nazi. He's a comic book nerd. Oh, by the way, you'll have the best life with this man. I mean, right now he might look like Benny Hill, but soon he'll turn into George Lucas because he looks just like George Lucas. You'll have a good life. Don't be a dumbass. And then poof, gotta go back to your condo. Bye. Poof.
Who was that? She looked familiar.
And I would turn around and go, 9 out of 10, I think it was me. Because, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'd probably say to my younger self. And to both of us younger. So, because we've been together for a while.
The next question is, what is your favorite type of character to play? And you mentioned two earlier, sort of the Valley Girl-esque and then the Cruella de Vil-esque.
Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, I love how you call her Cruella de Vil. Because, yeah, thank you. But, yeah, Cruella de Vil, more like Cruella de Vil is pretty much a parody of Sunset Boulevard. Darling, yeah.
Norma Desmond, yeah.
Yes, darling. Gloria Swanson, darling. Get up close into my makeup, dear.
Yes.
Darling, yes. It's like, and then going crazy within that character. It's like, yes, darling, I'm a queen. I'm a queen. Don't you realize I'm a queen? I'm not going to kill anybody. I'm not going to kill anybody. I'm not going to kill you. So and then having a gun and killing them is like, I'm a star. I'm a star. I'm a bright shining vessel. That's the only Boogie Nights. Yes, darling, I'm a star. Here are my boobs. Yes, darling, I'll do anything to be a star, a shiny, bright star. It's this kind of. I actually did that character because I do voiceover, like a large majority of us, and I was doing some for Henson, and yeah, it's just this character, darling, and the oh my God, and you always hold out the God to make it absolutely beyond Frank Zappa, so it's like, oh my God. These are the characters I love to do, and every once in a while I'll, get into the groove of doing Hans's mom, with the German accent, which I love doing his mom because his mom was a fascist, racist, real Nazi. She was horrible, and I loved doing her just because I loved her. I loved her accent. The last little bit she had left. I love doing that character, and then our two old people on the porch. Do you like Bernie? You used to do this character with Jim Copsian called Bernie and Saul.
Well, that was that I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah. But
Old Jewish guy.
Yeah, old Jewish man.
But character-wise, since I started off doing stand-up, and when I did stand-up, I did impersonations. So I got
people no one knows anymore.
No one knows anymore. So the character-wise, I do so many.
Pepperidge Farm, remember?
I do so many voices. There's just certain ones I fall into because they're easier, and I like kind of playing with them.
Dem's those guys.
Oh yeah, do Chicago guys.
Yeah, that one you do a lot. Yeah,
so
you like that one.
Yeah,
how you do it? Yeah, I live on Gothy.
Gothy.
It's Geta. No, it's Gothy.
Yeah, look at the way it's spelled. It's Gothy.
It's Gothy.
But yeah, and I like doing the old man.
Yeah, like doing old man.
And only because.
Oh, little kid.
Yeah, doing a little kid like this because I can make him very intellectual and doing a little kid like that.
And then he can go even younger with that.
Oh, do the.
Who's my little baby? Who's my little baby? Who's your mama? Yeah.
Or the one that I like that Shaun doesn't like me to do.
Oh God, no.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know. I can get a clue.
And only because I had to end up having to do it when we were in Dublin.
You're Irish.
Doing Barry Fitzgerald.
He does Barry Fitzgerald.
And we were doing it. We were at the Marine O'Hare Theater. And,
or as the folks in Ireland would say, Marine O'Hare Theater.
Yeah.
There are no H's in Ireland.
So we did our show, and then the company there goes, "You want to do an improv set?" And so sure. And the first thing they made me was
that accent.
Was an Irish priest. So I'm in Dublin. They want me to do an Irish priest. So I literally did a toned down version of Barry Fitzgerald. Oh, rather than the high pitched, I did it more low key. And afterwards, I said, we were at the bar and said, "Well, how was my accent?" And the guy goes, "What accent?
Amazing character.
What accent?
What accent?
You sounded like us."
Yeah.
So I kind of like that one.
Yeah, he likes actually Hans. Out of the two of us, Hans actually does characters better than, because he can go and lay on amazing accents, where mine are much more affected, more character. His is much more realism. Mine is much more theatrical. But I think it's a good pairing between the both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could do a scene with anyone alive, who would it be?
A scene with anyone alive that I haven't done a scene with already?
Oh, it could be someone you've done a scene with. Either way.
Oh, well, if Bill Cott. Do you know who Bill Cott is?
No.
Bill Cott, if you ever watch Wizards of Waverly, he's the principal.
Okay.
And he was at our farewell dinner.
He was at our goodbye dinner. He was part of Second City, part of Comedy Sports. More importantly, if you ever watch This Is Us, he was the mailman of This Is Us. He literally stole the whole with only 2 lines. The man is brilliant. He was did a lot of stuff with St. Louis and Improv Tick. The man is brilliant. The man is kind and wonderful. Yeah, Bill Cott I could play with forever. And actually there's some video of us on it. But if I was to go back to LA for anything, I did a self-tape and all of a sudden I have to go back and do some bullshit, the first person I'm getting hold of is Bill. R. Kevin Garcia Doyle. Anytime, anywhere, any place, any day, dude. Anytime, any people who I love. Mark Sutton's funny. I like him. I would perform with Mark Sutton. Who else? Alive. If you're talking about, I guess, quasi-famous people, any of the Flight of the Conchords. Any of the, I just want to sing with them. I'm the mother flipper. And that's the same. If I could get them back together before I get to Nottingham, Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. I am literally looking at their signed autographed picture right in front of me right there. I would give a left one to perform with Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie together. Stephen Fry, maybe separately. He's a great improviser. Both of them are. But no one knows it because they're famous.
Yeah.
But Hugh Laurie is known for House. And no one hell, no one realized that he was
He was English.
English.
Yeah.
No one even, they thought he was American. He's an amazing improviser. And when he was on Beep as the president, yeah, of course he's going to be asked to do that because they did mostly improv. Him and Dan Backendall and all those guys. But yeah, those are kind of my choices. Who else? How about you, Hans? If
People that are
someone
alive.
walked up on you, yeah, someone alive you would like to improv with.
I don't know. Any strong woman.
Any strong woman. That's a lot of them.
Yeah, any strong woman performer.
It's too late. You're already doing it.
You know, because I mean, early on, I was at Players Workshop in my class with Bonnie Hunt. So I used to
Bonnie Hunt is
I used
really
to work
good.
with Bonnie a lot. So any strong woman is
Yeah, Bonnie Hunt is still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Very much so.
I
Very much not dead.
think she might be pseudo-retired.
Yeah, but Bonnie Hunt is a great choice.
I think someone else just recently mentioned Bonnie Hunt as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bonnie was interesting to talk to because when she was here, she was actually a cancer nurse. She's a trained nurse, and she took care of cancer patients in Chicago when she was going through the workshops.
Yeah, Players
And
Workshop.
one of the last patients she dealt with was Yul Brynner.
Yeah.
She took care of Yul
Oh,
Brynner
wow.
when he was here. Because he was dying of cancer when he did his final tour of The King and I.
Also, I'll throw her out here because who hasn't? Yeah, I've seen Susan so often. I realized I know Susan for so long and so often that I have never done a show with her. And at one point when I was driving her around in LA and she was like, we should do it messing with Landry. And I'm like, oh, you set up the time. And then of course we get busy with our lives and she has Mia Sophia and I'm just like, I'm back in town now. So Susan, if you're listening to this, girl, please let's not give a fuck and let's do some shit.
And I'd say if I have to go with any kind of male actors, yeah, Brian Laurie are good. Rowan Atkinson would be a ball to work with.
Oh, yeah.
And David Hyde Pierce.
David Hyde Pierce would be freaking amazing. That man can sing, he can dance, he can improvise, the whole 9 yards. If Kelsey Grammer wasn't such a neocon, I will want to play with him. Male-wise, I mentioned, well, Michael Gelman. I'm just the people we know. Michael Gelman I play with in a heartbeat. Yeah, my goodness.
Oh, and I like the guys from Nerdvana.
Nerdvana. Oh my God, Stephen C. James, and the twin. He actually came to our last show, and he got up on stage and did our last show. We sang "Bright Side of Life." Always look on the bright side of life. Any of the Pythons, I will get to the dead people later, but the live people, I am
Michael Palin.
Yeah, Michael Palin, Sir Michael Palin.
Yes.
Sir, he did that. He got knighted. Sir Michael Palin, I would absolutely perform with. Yeah, there's a list. I'll send you a list.
Well, let's open it up then to the pantheon of people that have gone before. If you could bring somebody back, who would you want to perform with?
Graham Chapman.
Oh, yeah.
I'm literally looking, again, over here is a bit of Fry and Laurie, and over here we got from the O2, Monty Python Live, 1 down, 5 to go. It was one of the last shows, and they did it at the O2.
It's a poster from England.
It's a poster from England.
Right from the O2.
Yeah, and we saw it live.
Through a closed circuit.
Yeah.
I saw it in a theater over here when the taped version. Yeah.
Yeah, we did the tape version in LA.
Oh, we did. We saw
went
it
to-
taped. We saw it live broadcast.
We saw it live broadcast.
That may have been what we saw too. Whatever it was brought. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was taped or if it was.
Was there a really long intermission?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's the way to tell if it was taped because there was a really long intermission on the live closed circuit.
Yeah, but I swear to God, when they did money, 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 and they did that red stage going across, I'm just like, that whole dance that they did. Oh, everything about it, and having Graham as part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, everything about it. Them doing just everything Python. Everything Python. Basically, Graham would be the first one I would want to bring back. Immediately followed after Terry. Terry just passed away.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking 2 down.
But like see dead people to perform with.
Dead people.
Well, it wouldn't work, but I'd love to perform with George Carlin.
George Carlin. Yeah, he wouldn't do improv.
Well, it definitely wouldn't be later Carlin. Earlier Carlin, he was part of a comedy team.
Yeah. Someone who just passed away who I would have loved to have the stage with. He's from Cosby. He just died.
Oh, yeah.
Jamal. Malcolm Warner.
Jamal.
I would have loved to perform with him. I would have loved to perform with Danielle too. From What's Happening, would have loved to. That would, God, that would have been a great.
Avery Schreiber.
Avery Schreiber. I used to be on his email list when he used to just tell jokes. I'll never forget meeting him at Second City. I was so just out of my mind when I met him. He walked by. I'm like, that's Avery Schreiber. That's Avery Schreiber. And he walked by. I'm like, I got everything I want to say to him. I got everything. You Burns and Schreiber. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. And then he walks by, and I just smile and go, hi. And Schreiber just started laughing.
Big smile, and he laughed.
He laughed, and he looked at Hans, and he was like, hey, how you doing? I'm just like, ah, shit, I did it again. I did it.
Yeah, even older, he looked exactly the same.
Exactly the same. And what a nice man. And, I hosted his reunion show, or his tribute show at CIF, but I would have loved to have improvised.
And we opened the Avery Schreiber Theater in Hollywood.
Yeah, we opened up the Schreiber Theater, but I would have loved to have performed with Avery. Female-wise, outside of Danielle, God, so many people. If you go back really far back, Gilda, I would have loved to perform with Gilda. What about you? Yeah, Ida Lupino. Go ahead, say it. Ida Lupino.
Well, no, she wouldn't have done comedy.
No, she wouldn't have done comedy, but it'd been funny.
But she was classically trained.
She was classically trained. But yeah, back in the day, some of the 50s, 60s actors.
Actually would be fun to act with would have been Ann Sheridan.
Ann Sheridan would have been amazing.
You know who Ann Sheridan was?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Ann Sheridan was, she worked a lot for Warner Brothers. And for the longest time, she was the oomph girl. And she kind of got labeled as the female James Cagney because she had that kind of energy. Yeah. She had that kind of snarky energy and wouldn't take no shit from anybody.
But with all it, I would have. There are so many people who are dead now who I still want to avoid.
There's more people dead than there are alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, thank you, Hans.
Okay.
Yeah, the one person, still would avoid like the plague is Del. I saw Del once. I have so many Del stories. I saw Del once. I was teaching in Austin, and I walked into my room to go and set it up, to go and teach, and there was Del with a microphone. Initially, I heard him talking in there because he had that big booming voice. I heard him talking, and I thought he was teaching a class. I thought he was still doing a class. I walked in, there was nobody in there. He was just talking crazy into a microphone. He was just talking crazy into a mic, and I'm like, I guess I'll wait till he's done. And I turned to one of the people at Big Stinkin' and said, can you grab Del? I'm not going in there. He's balls. That was also the same festival where he would not get into the van with all the other teachers because the woman who was driving was pregnant. He thought she was satanic because she was a woman and pregnant. Yeah. I'm just like, and then finally I think it was Bill who turned around and literally said to Del Close, hey, you asshole, get into the fucking van. And he just went, okay, and got in the van. I'm just like, no, thank you. Jason Chin, always with him. He was such a lovely human being and a really good improviser, and he helped start Stir Friday Night. I will always and continue to perform with Dante Richardson. God rest his soul.
Jimmy.
Jim
Copsey?
Jim Copsey is still alive.
We're on the dead people.
We're on the dead people.
Okay.
But yeah, in a heartbeat with Tay all day long. And he died too young. And when you get older, to keep this whole trail of death thing, you start thinking of all the people who you grew up with, and you turn 60 and you realize my friend Rosalind Barnes just passed away last year. I would have improvised with my friend Rosalind Barnes. She always wanted to be an actor. Life did not take her that way. She ended up taking care of her family and running really shady hotels on the south side of Chicago. That's the path that she led. But she led it and tried to make those places as nice as possible. And she was always so outrageously jealous of me performing in Los Angeles. One of the last things I did was with Arthur Anderson. To tell the truth, I played a blues musician. I was just throwing out all sorts of Chicago. I threw out Kingston Mines. I threw out Coco Taylor. I'm just like, I'm hitting the blues thing. And both her and my friend Stacy were just like, we so jealous of you. And I wish her path was different. She still wanted to be an actor. And by the time I was teaching, I wanted to make Rosalind an actor. But life got in the way. When she died, we were big Billy Joel fans back in the day, Glass Houses. I just saw the documentary on Billy Joel and the whole story behind the song Vienna Waits for You. It was both of our favorite songs. And at karaoke, outside of doing my favorite song I do, Cabaret, I sang Billy Joel's Vienna Waits for You for my friend Rosalind. I like performing when it's not improv, where it's just a bunch of people who can barely sing, who are just squabbling out their favorite songs. And then every once in a while, someone threw a rose at me when I did Cabaret.
I think that's the English translation for karaoke. People who can't sing.
People who can't sing, yeah. But when I did Vienna, I saw a sea of lights. I saw a sea of lighters just turn on. And that's when you know you've done good in karaoke. You're sitting around a bunch of people in LA who are already singers and actors and performers, and we're all just fucking around. And we're singing just 'cause. I would have loved to have improvised with my friend Rosalind just because. And then there's a bunch of other dead stars that are great too.
So we did live and we did dead. Or now stars on life support.
Stars on life support. Who's in a wheelchair? Oh,
Are you talking career or health?
Both. Both.
What about fictional? That's my last part of that question. What if you could do a scene with anyone fictional?
I want to improvise with the Animaniacs.
Yes.
We're Animaniacs. We got baloney in our slacks. While Bill Clinton plays the sax, we're Animaniacs. I so want to perform with Dot. I want to be with Dot and the Warner Brothers crew, and then just hang out in the Warner Brothers tower. That's what I want to do. That's who I want to. Or Rocky and Bullwinkle. I want to improvise with Rocky and Bullwinkle from Parcheesi, of course.
We could say it if it wasn't a
children's show. Yeah, it's like, wow, this really must be a kiddie show. Parcheesi, of course. It's just I think every cartoon character. Oh my God, Pinky and the Brain. I'm like, oh my God, I want to go Ren and Stimpy. I want to so improvise with Ren. He's a cat, I'm the kid. It's just what I want to just like be in his horror, being around Stimpy, and all of us just making fun of Stimp. I just oh my God, I like every animated character from the 80s and 90s. I so want to improvise with. I want to start I just want to edit. Maybe I'll just edit like the best parts and pretend like I'm improvising with them. That would be great. That'd be great. Who would you improvise with, Hans? No,
fictional characters.
Oh my God, I can see you improvising with Humphrey Bogart's character.
He's not fictional.
No, Rick.
Oh no, it'd be Sam Spade.
Yeah, Sam. I can see him doing Sam.
But if it's Warner Brothers cartoon characters, the problem is they're all based on real people.
I know, but that's
Bugs is Groucho.
Yeah, but still, I will improvise with Bugs Bunny. Oh, who hasn't improvised with Bugs Bunny? All the good people have, and who's ever doing the voice over the last couple of movies, that's so improv. I so want to be, but I want to be on camera with Bugs. And Daffy specifically. Daffy.
The crazy Daffy.
Crazy Daffy, not
the mild one they did
not
in the 60s.
the lip Not the duck season, rabbit season one. I mean, like the woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. I want that Daffy. I want the 20s, 30s Daffy. I can talk about this all day. What fictional character? Oh my god, I got a million! It's just like I'm a nerd. I'm a big old nerd. Actually, I would like to go and do dramatic improv. I would want to improvise with any of the characters from The Watchmen. Who's watching The Watchmen? Or why not Guy Fawkes from V for Vendetta? Yeah, I like to get deep with that dude. Whoever's behind that mask. Oh man, nerd alert. Nerd. Well, if you're talking about the Star Trek universe, I'm sorry, Picard, I would love to improvise with. And honestly, Spock, and also the fact that the actor himself started his own theater and did improv in Los Angeles, that would be a joy. He would also fall into my dead crew with Leonard Nimoy.
Or the characters from Blade Runner.
Any of the characters from Blade Runner?
Probably any of the Muppets would be fun.
Fozzie, obviously. I would never want to improvise with Miss Piggy. Ever. She would just bogart the stage. We'd probably get into a lot of fights off stage. I don't like Miss Piggy, and that's a shame. She could have been nicer. But yeah, Kermit, definitely. There was nothing better than going to that Jim Henson studio and working with Muppets. And I have a Muppet sitting in there.
I think it's up in your closet.
Yeah, it's up in the closet. You train with the Weasels, and they actually have an improv show.
Jim Henson?
Jim Henson Studios has a improv ensemble that performs in Hollywood called Puppet Up.
Yeah, we saw them on tour in Joliet.
Yeah, and I auditioned and was part of all of that for Puppet Up.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, and training, I ended up getting a weasel. So the thing that did not get me to be in Puppet Up is not my characters or my improv. It's my body. My body failed me because I have MS. So it's easier to do Avenue Q when the puppet is down low and you're talking to the puppet. You are also an actor with your puppet Muppet. But with the Muppets, everything is backwards. So
And your arm's fully extended.
your arm is fully extended and you're looking at the monitor backwards. So this way is actually that way because they haven't figured it out at Jim Henson to just flip the fucking camera. And they're still doing it the old-fashioned PBS way, where it's high up and it's all backwards. And my arm could not hold, I could not keep my arm up for that long period of time. And then also the whole crazy back and forth. The guy who used to be Elmo, yes, I would improvise with Elmo because Elmo is an improviser. The original Elmo was the one who trained me. He's a lovely man, African-American man, and got a lot of things happened. But for all purposes, he was training all the new people for Puppet Up. And he was like, I don't think you can go and be a puppeteer. And I'm like, I could have if I was 20. He goes, I know, girl. He goes, but you got a great voice. He took one of the blonde characters, Muppets, that they did a lot of work with. He goes, you give me your OMG voice, and I am going to animate it. And I just basically talked, and he followed along. It's complete improv. So, I'm totally doing this, and oh my God, I totally love my hair. And he took his puppet, oh my God, I totally love my hair. And he just held his mouth open until I finished, and then he just went, he did that, I just went, When you say any of the Muppets, yeah, perfect improv partners, because they do improv. Perfect improv partners. So, yay.
What is the worst venue you've played in?
Oh, let me go and figure that out. There's been a few.
Well, it'd be a combination of the weirdest audience and the strangest venue.
You do yours because
Okay. Well,
because I was probably there.
you were there.
Yeah.
The used to be a place up on the north side of Chicago called Artisan Residence,
Oh my God. Yes.
and it was a kind of a apartment building where if you were an artist, you got a studio for really inexpensive. You could live there.
Yeah.
And downstairs they had a little tiny cabaret kind of coffee shop, and they would book in performers. Well, they booked us in quite a few times, so we'd go in there. We'd do improv. One of the times we were there, they also had a gymnasium, and one of the times we were there said, "Oh, we have Tina Turner's niece performing in the gymnasium on a big stage. Could you guys come out and do the warm up for her?" So we did a warm up show for her, and then they go, "Oh, we still want you to do a show for the general public." And it's like, "Okay, we'll pay you for it." So we went there to do a late show for the general public. The general public was one person,
One guy.
and we were convinced he was dead because he was sitting in a corner, had a stocking cap
On his
down,
head, and he was leaning in the corner.
permanently lean, and didn't move the entire show.
And Jim Copsian literally walked up to his face and went, "Give me a suggestion." Okay, one that stuck out at me was in California, in Northern California. They asked us to do this improv show at this theater. It's like, "Oh, we'll put you up and do this. You just need to drive from San Francisco to our space." We drive out there as me, Hans, and Ronnie Ray. We drive out there and they go, "This is the place we're putting you up." These are all Burning Man people. So Burning Man people are art cars and just, they burn the man and whatever. We walk into this wannabe trailer campgroundy thing, and it's nothing but these art cars, and basically it's the place. They showed us our room, and it was a light hanging and swinging, and it was a dirty mattress on the ground, and next door there was a guy who had this art display of dead highway express things, roadkill that was turning into art. Was nothing but fucking skeleton remains of raccoons and shit like that. And they wanted us to be next to it, and then it stunk and there were flies everywhere, and it was literally a built shack. It's the place you take someone before you murder them. And they were like, "You stay in here." And Ronnie Ray was like, "Oh, hell no, we're not." And I'm like, "Oh, hell no, indeed." And I literally looked at this guy and I said, "You know what? I'm done. I'm done." I said, "You asked us to drive out here to do a show, and we took a cut in pay because it was supposed to be a favor to you, and you want to put us," I literally said that, I'm like, "and now you want to put us in a rape shack." And I said, "No." "Well, you can't stay inside." And he goes, "You can't stay in the main building." And I said, "Why can't we stay in the main building? And you better not tell me that me and Ronnie Ray are black, because I'll lose my mind." I said, "You better find something." I literally lost my mind because I'm like, "Oh yeah, we'll make it work." I'm like, no, this time, no. You find us a place where you wish your mother would stay. ASAP, or we get back in our fucking vehicle and we go home. Is that understood? This is where I put on my big Shaun Landry diva pants and went, "No, you are not putting human beings in this place, and how dare you? This is an insult to human beings, not just me, not just Ronnie or Hans, to all of us. No, you find us a place ASAP." So we waited for an hour, and they were like, "Okay, one of the people are going to put you up in their apartment." And I said, "See, that should have happened in the first motherfucking place. Am I wrong in assuming that?" Then they sent us to the space. There is a pillar in the middle of the stage. A literal pillar. So we are literally doing improv around the pillar. Then we went back to this woman's apartment. She was like, "I'm really sorry about what happened." And I said, "No, you're not." I said, "You should have had your stuff together in the first place." I said, "But it's a lesson learned by all of us, isn't it?" I said, "We'll never come back here again, and you'll never hire us again." Am I wrong in assuming? There was that one. Then there was the one where we performed at the Limelight in Chicago when the Limelight was still open. Cavernous space. We did that show almost 30 years ago, and they can still hear that show in that space. It was cavernous. and they had, it was comic book related. They had comic book art. They had all sorts of music stuff. And the people who brought us in was like, "Oh yeah, you'll go on before the band, and the band is cool with you using their microphones, right?" I'm like, "It's always a microphone story, isn't it?" So the stage is super raised up because of the band. There's chairs out in there, and then they're going to move the chairs so people could dance. Then people can roam around the limelight and do their '80s Hernandez brothers, Lloyd Llewellyn 1980s comic book arty, low light thing. And we're the comedy. And we get up on stage, and before we get on stage, they're like, "Yeah, you can use the microphone." It's cavernous. We're using the mics, and then finally, I turn to Hans and Ronnie Ray and Christian, and go, "Let's just do church. Let's just do church and improvise, and we can go and do, like Ronnie Ray's, hey, praise the Lord kind of stuff." That got attention because, like, oh, black people on stage doing church. Oh, this is lovely. This is so awesome. And I'm like, praise the Lord, Jesus, doing all that bullshit. And we're doing it to the improv suggestion. One of the bandmen, I'm using the man's microphone. I'm doing this. This guy comes up to the lip of the stage and starts banging on the stage. And I go, "Hold on 1 minute. We got to convert." And I'm like, "Hold on." I'm like, "What do you want?" And he goes, "I'm with the band. Who told you could use our microphones?" I said, "The producers of this thing." And he goes, "Well, stop using the microphone." And I said, "How about this? How about you get away from the stage before I kick you in the face?" And I did it just like that. Oh, how? And I smiled. I said, "How about this? Why don't you get away from the stage, or I'm going to kick you in the face. I'm going to have my family come from the south side and do the same thing." And he grumbled off. And I'm like, "Another converter, another." I converted somebody else, and I'm just like, that was when I was at my. I've always been through that angry stage. I calmed down and cooled down with bullshit venues that we should have never been at. Bullshit venue, and I can't even start on some of the festivals that occurred either. Some of the festivals that we've been to, is like, I was told by a pretty well-known improviser that we were the dog and pony show. That We Be Negroes was the dog and pony show. And that's offensive and racist. And that was the thing, because we were considered that. There were a lot of festivals that just treated us like crap. I mean, just mean and weird. And then the vibe that came out, like, we went to Austin, they kept giving us shows because fucking Disney or whoever the fuck wanted to see us. I didn't want Tay to come in earlier to go and see Disney, to go to a funeral parlor, to go and get a flyer. We didn't want any of that. We just wanted to play.
Yeah.
But oh no, the guy who ran that festival in Austin literally told everyone at the festival we demanded it. Extra shows. So now we're getting the stink eye from every fucking person around. And I'm like, he was blaming it on us. We were sleeping on the floor in Austin at this man's house. And don't get me started about the pay. Everybody at the Big Stinking Improv Festival, the first one, they got stiffed out of their check. They all got checks. Sharna got stiffed. Everyone went home with a check, and all those checks bounced. Not ours. Not ours. Because I was like, "Yeah, we're done with the show. You can give us a check, and you can, It goes, "Oh no, well, I'll send it to you." I'm like, no, we're going to go and take this check. You're going to give me a check right now. Well, I don't have my time. Oh, well, I'll go to where your checkbook is. And I went to where the checkbook was, and he gave us a check. And then we got back in the car. We went back to the party, and I just turned to Hans and I said, "We need to go." This was when they did it. I said, "We need to go to a check cashing place ASAP." I said, "This check feels rubbery to me." I'm like, "Nope, this $600 is not bouncing on my black ass. Nope. We're going to a check cashing place." We went to a check cashing place. We cashed the fucking check. I've done that with numerous checks. I'm taking it to a cash station. The old, not Bailiwick, but the other space, the theater building. The theater building, we did a show. They gave us a check. I took it to Jewel when Jewel used to do cash station and went and cashed that fucking check. I get a call the next day. How did your money go through? And I said, I went to Jewel. I cashed it. What's wrong? Well, it wasn't supposed to go through yet. And I said, then why did you give me the check? Here's the thing. If you don't have the means, don't ask people to do shit. And if you wish to rip somebody off, guess what? Not on my dime, not today. Say, nope, you're not ripping me off, or we be Negroes. I'm like, you keep forgetting, I'm black. Yeah, I'm black, and we get fucked over too often in entertainment. No, you're paying me, and I don't trust your bank, and I don't trust you. My trust issues have skyrocketed when it comes to the business of improvisation. It's either you pay me in a cashier's check or you pay me through Zelle or Venmo or whatever the hell, where I know I'm going to get it immediately.
Yeah.
And I will do the same for you.
I got one last space.
You which space?
Yeah, no, the space I'm thinking of, we were in Kansas City and performing with this group who was really good. And they said, we'd love to have you come and perform back in Minneapolis.
Oh,
so,
yes.
So they booked us in to play there.
That was with Jill Bernard. That's when Jill Bernard
No.
saved that. Oh, wait a second. Hold on.
So they
There's a
booked
couple
us
of
into their
Minneapolis
space
stories.
in Minneapolis called Fool's Tree.
That was when Jill Bernard saved us.
And there was they had like a coffee shop in front and a theater in back. The problem was the theater.
It was long.
It was like it'd be great for committing suicide. The theater went the entire length of the back space, but it was only 6 feet deep. And it turned out the company that invited us were no longer affiliated with it. It was like different people that didn't know what they were doing. And their advertisement was going out in the front of their building with a chalk and doing the advertisements for the show in chalk.
Yeah. So, and I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. And that's when we met Jill Bernard. Because Jill...
Oh, yeah, because we went over to Dudley Riggs afterwards.
Yeah, when we went over to Dudley Riggs afterwards, I'm like, see, we should have been performing at Dudley Riggs. And Jilly was in Comedy Sports at that point, before she opened up her theater. And she was like, I wish you would have known. We're going to treat you okay. So we ended up going over to Dudley Riggs. We ended up just doing a mess around show. Then we went to Jilly's old apartment, and she wined and dined us. And we've been friends ever since. Jill Bernard is a rock star, and I get to see her in Oslo.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, she, again, one of my besties, along with Will Lurera, Jill Beats. That's my crew of people. You know, it's like, oh, we're going to save you from some shit, like New York. When I did New York, and Asaf Ronan saved me, because I was doing a 2-person show with a woman named Ana Elizondo, black and tan, Latino and African American. It was for the Funny Women's Festival, this messed up thing that happened in New York. It was not funny. It was above a strip club.
Oh, no.
A porn shop, strip club. And all of us women had to walk up the stairs of all this porn on one side. No one wanted to wear skirts because it was up the stairs, and freaks were downstairs literally looking at people's dresses. The stage we were on still had the strippers pole. This is the Funny Women's Improv Festival. And at that point, she was all, oh yeah, we're going to, yeah, Shaun, we're going to drive, you come in. They didn't pay us. And then she goes, I'm just like, you're not paying us? It's like, well, we didn't get a lot of ticket sales. I'm like, okay. Then Asaf Ronan was like, Shaun, I'm working at a school. Would you like to do classes in a show at this school, kind of like Child's Play? And I'm like, yes, please. And me and Anna did a show, and he paid us well. It was like a saving thing. We just went over the bridge in New York. And then at the end of the festival, she was like, oh, yeah, I'll go and drive you back. We'll go and drive you to the airport. I am staying with, at that point, Asaf and his then wife, Adrienne Frost. And we didn't hear a word back from her until, we had spent our money, and we had a check that was good from a school, but I couldn't cash it until we got back to San Francisco. And we had no cash. We thought we were being driven back to JFK. And I get an email. She didn't even call. She sent an email. This was before cell phones, good cell phones. I'm like, where is she? I get on the line and she sent an email saying, oh, got really busy. Sorry, I can't drop you off at the airport. Good luck. And I just broke down in tears. I'm like, why do people do what they do? Why did she put up a festival for women improvisers in a fucking strip club, didn't pay anybody, and then left us stranded? Adrian Frost was doing best week ever. She goes, I love doing Adrian's voice. I got you. I got you. She paid for us to get to the airport. And then when we got back, I cashed that $1,000 check and then gave her back $50. So it was the most horrific experience. I mean, that was my breaking point. My breaking point was literally, why do people do the things that they do? Why do people do the things that they do just out of meanness and spite and weirdness? I can say that also about the worst people I've ever performed, and I'll say it right now. The owner of the Pack Theater said to me, well, when we closed down the theater, we turned off the electricity because that's what you do when you leave. I gave them all the ups on, we built that space. Both of us built that space. Gave them all the ups to the new landlords. These are great people, the whole 9 yards. Then I stopped hearing things. I stopped hearing they were doing in negotiation. I'm like, I should know it, but you guys need to know that we're still leaving. I gave them a month's notice. A month before we left. We're closing everything down. We sold you all of our equipment. Do you think the lights were going to stay on magically? I kept sending tests going, we're turning off the lights. We're taking it out of our names. I kept saying it over and over again. And then finally, when we left, we wanted to get our deposit back. The owner went on and on about how he didn't want to give us back our deposit. And I said, why is that? It's like, well, first off, I didn't know it was a whole month-to-month thing that they didn't understand. I'm like, fine, I don't care. And he goes, oh, and besides, we had to go and pay $1,200 to have the lights turned back on. And I literally went, I'm like, how old are you? Last time I checked, you're 6 months younger than I am. And I'm 58. Why the fuck? I'm like, now I'm, again, angry, don't care. Why the fuck do you think that lights and power, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, was going to be fucking free to you and people's and all of that? Who are you? Why didn't I said you knew we were leaving months ago? You should have had this put in your name. Oh, they made us put down a $1,200 deposit, and I said, well, congratulations, because they made us put down $2,000 for the ledge. I'm like, congratulations. You know why you got $1,200? It's because we paid our bills. We paid our bills, and it made the next person's deposit less. So be lucky you only paid $1,200. And by the way, sorry the power went out, but that's what you do when you leave someplace.
Yeah.
If you leave your apartment complex and you leave your power on, you're the sucker who's letting somebody else skate on, having the bills come to you. Who are you? How? Why? I don't, what? It makes me just go, who, what, where, what? I don't even, what is going, how, what? It always ends with, what? And then he's trying to change the subject onto something else. And then I'm like, let's just roll back to the fact that you thought I was going to pay your bills. Let's just roll back to that. Sometimes you just got to cut people out of your life. I don't care how well known they are or how popular they are. Sometimes you just got to go, what the fuck just happened in business? What happened here?
Yeah.
I remember when I had to take over a class because apparently one of your own teachers got handsy with somebody. And I was your cover. That's why I got hired. I know why. I was your cover. Oh, Shaun really believes in Black Lives Matters, in Women's Lives Matters, in the whole Me Too movement. I'm your cover. I started to realize that. I thought I was going to do something good. Nope. Basically, we left LA. Just knowing that we did really great shows, a lot of video to prove it, and build a stage for somebody else. that is inevitably all white, all male, all in khakis and and in wacky fucking Converse shoes who smell like cheese and feet. So life takes you in unexpected places.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad I'm still in the game, and I'm really glad that I opened the ledge and were able to pay amazing improvisers of color and non-color to do really good work,
Yeah.
and to finally call themselves an ensemble instead of a team.
Yeah. Well, kind of in that vein, if there were an Academy Awards for everything improv, what would you be nominated for?
I would be nominated for best marketing of an improvisational ensemble. I also probably would be nominated for best use of having nothing,
I love it.
best use of having no money. I learned early. It's like, oh, I can go and do these posters for $800. I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, how many posters do I get? Oh, just the draft. What? Let me go and figure out what Photoshop is all about. How much is a color printer? I used to make programs for Honestly Curious. I'm like, whenever they sold out a show, just like Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind, you get pizza. Every time you sold out a show, I make you professional looking programs to go and give to your audience and to promote the rest of your stuff. I would be probably best use of nothing in marketing. What would you be nominated for if you got an Academy Award of improv? What would it be for
Academy
Hans?
Award of Improv.
Yeah, what would you be nominated for, Hans?
Miss Congeniality, because they always
They
give,
don't have a Miss
they always
Congeniality.
give that to
You're
people
thinking
that,
of the
that,
wrong
that-
award
oh,
ceremony,
okay.
and it's not even geared towards you.
Oh,
Sorry, no. Best what? Like I have best chef. I have a little Academy Award that says best chef. That was given to me by somebody who came to the house. But yeah, I'm saying best marketing for myself.
oh. Most obstinate and persistent that won't give up.
Best persistency in improvisation. Let's go and phrase it like a question, Alex.
What is
Some people will probably say something different, like best actor in an improv ensemble. That
well,
was
that's a given.
no, that's for you. Yeah, I
I'm
know.
the best improv.
And that will
That's
best person who can take it on the chin when given that award by a newspaper. The Chicago Sun Times did a review of our children's show at the Second City, and it was in the Sunday. They were like, it was a great show. They were all good. Landry is a standout. Yeah, that really works when you're an ensemble.
Yeah.
And I read it. I'm like, it's game over here. And literally, it was Scott Acid. God love Scott. Scott was also our subscription service member at Hepcat. But somebody put up the review and our picture on the wall of the back of the main stage at Second City. And they named everybody by whatever was named by their character. And someone put Shaun Standout Landry. And I'm like, my life's a living hell. And the two people that came to my defense was Scott Acid and Tina Fey. And Rachel Dratch. Because they were all on stage at the same time. They were the only two who, God, Brandon Johnson just was an asshole. But it was those three who came to my defense. So if I was going to give out an award for best support of a bad situation, I think the winner would probably go to Scott Acid. Scott's kind of amazing. He's kind of an amazing man. And last time I saw him, we always used to say it in the comic book store, and I said it to him when I saw him the last time at the San Francisco Improv Festival. He came up to me and goes, "What are you reading?" I asked him, I said, "What are you reading?" He goes, "Well, I've been reading a lot, but I've been mostly doing Big 6 9." I'm like, "Oh, congratulations on the Oscar." He actually won an Oscar.
yeah. What we sent him a message.
We sent him a message.
via
We were
via
in
phone through.
we were in Istanbul.
We were in Istanbul
Istanbul doing a show. Or heading actually to Sweden,
Sweden, yeah.
via Istanbul. So we sent him a message congratulating him on his Oscar for Best Animated Voice for Big 6 9. So it does exist. Improvisers do get Oscars, even though it's nothing but a fall to go and keep the man in line. I saw that documentary. No, what was the name of that fucking thing that we just saw about the founders, kind of Hollywood? What was the name?
Oh, Titans.
Titans. We just got finished watching Titans, and I'm just like, wow, Titans proves to me again that Hollywood was built on a bunch of
Well,
assholes.
no, I like these series because they excluded people that were part of the history.
Yeah,
We'll write them out. Oh, there's 4 Warner Brothers.
yeah,
We'll write about 3 of them.
yeah. We're right about 3 of the Warner Brothers instead of the 4th.
Oh, there's 4 founding partners
Oh,
for
Mary
United
Pick-
Artists. We'll only write about 3
Oh,
of them.
Mary Pickford is just an afterthought. Let's put her in
No, no,
anyway.
It was D.W. Griffith was the afterthought.
Yeah, D.W. Griffith, the afterthought. I'm just like, let's go and deal with all the assholes. I'm just like, wow, it's really built on the foundation of assholes. I'm glad I'm home to real people.
That does explain the earthquakes. It's just the flatulence.
Yeah, I'm telling you, earthquakes and sharks. Earthquakes and sharks. That's the song. Earthquakes and sharks. Yeah, earthquakes and sharks. It's the flatulence that's coming out of it, and they're like sharks. It'll just eat you alive.
And with global warming, hurricanes soon.
Hurricane soon to a LA county near you. I'm just glad to be home. I'm glad to start. I want to go and do shows with Sherry Flanders and Josh Flanders. Josh and Sherry write for the Chicago Reader, from what I found out. And I would just want to do shows with them. They basically, when we left, they became the interracial couple. They became the interracial improv couple. And they literally live 4 blocks away. And now, and he's a big comic book nerd like Hans is too. So, except he doesn't display his stuff. I'm just like, this is when improv, these are the great things about improv. Knowing who you're hanging out with. I'm just like, I know Sherry is an amazing teacher. And I'm just like, she's the future. She's the future of improvisation. And we can try to hold on as long as we can until we die. And there he goes. But we can try to hold on. But the thing is, you got to pass it along. Us who are getting older, who are about to die, we
Salute you.
we salute you. But we need to pass this along. I mean, Gelman understands that. A lot of the older teacher, older than I am, and I understand that. Sometimes you need to pass the torch. And sometimes that means giving up your own gigs to go and give people a chance and the opportunity to do the thing that we love. We can't hold on. You see the same assholes at the same festivals doing the same fucking classes. It's boring AF. Can we get some new perspective now, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, go and give somebody else a fucking chance. I'm like, come on, you can't hold on to this forever. Just Sherry, the Robin Hood Improv Festival also have people you never see in America doing classes that are well known over in Europe and Asia who are doing amazing stuff. People need to know about Sherry Flanders. People need to know about Hillary Holt from Kansas City. Everybody knows who Shaun Landry is. Everybody knows who Jill Bernard is. Everybody knows who Will Ruler is. We did our thing. We did it. We did it. People know us and we got old. Now let's go and pass this along to the people who we trained and let them pass that torch and let them be their full goddamn name. Let them be the Mick Napiers of the day. And that's how I feel about that. I'm ready to give up my own motherfucking work just to go and have someone get a chance.
In that vein, then, I guess this leads to the last question. If you're remembered 100 years from now for something improv, what would you want it to be?
I want people to remember how to spell my name right. Actually, that's a true thing. Shaun, S-E-A-N, Laundry, Laundry. Too many. No, actually, that's it. I guess I want to be remembered as somebody who trailed something. Someone who gave people an opportunity. Someone who I want me to be remembered by doing really good fucking improv, but also being able to continue the lineage of improv as theater. I want everyone to remember one simple line I used to always use. Improv is theater. Improvisation is theater. It is part and parcel of the entire theater scene, whether it's you're doing scripted work or musical theater, or if you're doing any kind of offset thereof. Improvisation is theater. Yes, you're doing comedy. That's great. That's fucking awesome. Oh, P.S., by the way, you're doing theater. As much as you hate to be called a theater person or an actor or all that shit, you're still a fucking actor. You're still raised above a stage, and someone's paying for a ticket to see you do something that hopefully ain't your mama. You do theater. Revel in that. No, hundreds of years from now, when they go and see old fucking yellow ass books of whose improv is it anyway beyond the second city, or if they see old ass fucking dissertations that I've been roped into doing, which have been amazing. You know, people have gotten their theses off of my name, and that's great because my name will be in some shady ass dusty improv book. My name is in the Library of Congress because of whose improv is it anyway by Amy CM, me and all, and Susan and all of us. 100 years from now, someone goes, if it's still standing and Trump hasn't destroyed it, right? I'm hoped to be remembered of that crazy ass black woman who died with a big ass wig on her head, who once upon a time said, "You're an actor and you do theater, and good the fuck on you." And here I am to teach some of the crazy ass shit in my crazy ass head.
I love it.
And that's all I have. How about you, Hans?
100 years now. After doing the world's worst improv show, I was caught up in a clock tower with a rifle and screaming, "I need a suggestion!"
And then you shot someone, and then you went down. Well, the thing is, you'll probably be known on the holograms on Dateline.
Dateline, that's right.
You're on a
My
date.
story will be on Dateline.
Your story will be
we
on
don't know
Dateline.
why he was yelling he needed a suggestion.
And then great, because now I'll be connected to that. It'll be me sitting there going, he was always a quiet man until he divorced me, and next thing I know, he's on a clock tower. I thought he was something completely different. I don't know what to say anymore.
I'll be in reruns forever.
He'll be in reruns forever. The end.
Yeah.
Slow fade out, Finn, roll credits.
That's it for my interview with Shaun and Hans. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope you enjoyed Season 1 of Improv Autopsy as much as I did. Wherever you're listening, find a place to play or create one if none exists. If you've just been improv curious, I encourage you to wade into the living waters that are the art form of improv and let the current take you. Maybe the podcast will be ending with my interview with you next year. Enjoy all the holidays the end of the year has to offer, stay safe, and thanks for listening to Improv Autopsy.